All right, all right. We are going to take a pure, honest assessment and deep dive, no pun intended, into good times. Thank you guys for clicking on this channel. My name is Bernard Fields, and we are going to do something a little different when it comes to reviewing episodes here for good times. A lot of people out there have given their assessment, they've given their opinion. I would say all, maybe 99.9% of them have just been one-sided. But I'm going to do my best here to give you guys the true, honest, both sides of the coin review of each of the episodes. I'm going to watch each one so that you don't have to. Now, I will let you know, I've already watched this whole series one time. And I'm going to go through it again, this time with you all listening. So as you all are listening, just know that I will be describing what's happening on screen. I will be pausing this from time to time to kind of give my opinion. And if you like this, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Please stick through all the way to the end, because I guarantee you will too share a little bit more of a balanced outlook on this body of work. All right, so let's go ahead and make it happen. Episode 1. It's called Meet the Evans of New. All right. All right, I'm gonna pause right there. So right now, we just seen the title come up. Now listen to the drum pattern in this. This sounds very much like the Boondocks drum pattern, if not exactly the same, maybe not the same type of snare and kick and hi-hat, but it's the exact same pattern if you ask me. And this is where the influence of the Boondocks begins. So I will say that the theme song, that is definitely a bop. It kind of feels like a Talib Kweli type of a song, you know, from back in the day. Like, I remember that song, Just to Get By, Just to Get By. Kind of gives me that vibe. All right, so he pulls up, he grabs his wife off the street, Bev. Now we see Jay. He's an artist. He's spray painting. All right, he points to his kid who's in trouble with the gang, saves his kid. And now we see Gray, that's a little protester. And now we see the baby, that's what I'm gonna call him. I forget his name, but. And now they're all sitting on the couch. So. Okay, so based off of that, just right now, I can say that this feels like this is going to be a good show. The animation style is very unique. It's kind of like choppy, like 20, like not instead of 24 frames per second, it feels more like it's 12 frames per second, or maybe sitting around 16 frames per second, like how they did in the Spider-Verse. With Miles Morales, it kind of has that feel. I like the texturing that they used on this. Instead of them coloring it in traditional, they just kind of use some textures for, like, let's say a brick wall. They took a picture of that brick wall and they used that actual texture and picture for the brick wall in the cartoon in the background. So here we go.
Scratching and surviving.
Good time.
Hanging in a job.
Good time.
Okay, so the main character, Reg, who is the father, he's in the shower singing with a roach. So I already knew off the top, I'm like, okay, they're going there. They're going to have their talking animals. And I thought that this was going to be like another type of, like, what's that, the dog that's in the Family Guy, and the alien that's in American Dad. Like, you name it, they all have like this talking animal that's part of the family. And I thought that it was going to be like the roaches that were going to be like the occurring family member of the Evans.
Hey, we lucky we got
Sounds like you woke up on the right side of the projects today.
Well, after last night, how could I not? You put it down, baby. You keep that up, and I'm going to warning every night.
Spam and onions for dinner every night? You'll either get bored or have a heart attack. Either way, I'll lose you. Now hurry. Breakfast will be ready soon.
All right. So one thing I can appreciate that they've done well with character introduction is that they're establishing who these people are, and not just having them do something random. So Bev walked into the bathroom and she's putting makeup on. So we automatically know that she's all about beauty, self-image, and everything like that. The other thing that I love that they have here is that it shows that she has her ring on her finger. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have a broken family here. We have an actual whole unit. You know what I'm saying? And that they're off to a good start. They're not bickering. They're not complaining. They're not having no desperate housewife, type of a setup. It's actually starting off on a good note.
It's leftover spam and onion.
Ooh, you thirst queen, you. Had me at leftover. Got me in the belly and the wallet. Whoa, girl.
Junior!
Oh, shoot. Sounds like my mama's coming home.
All right, so right here, Junior is he's sleeping on the pull out in the living room on the couch, and the mom Bev, she's like looking at the wall because he painted a picture of Black Jesus on the wall.
Gotta hurry up and finish, Tiffany.
Not again! I just changed these sheets. Now come on, baby, get up.
Morning, mama.
Junior, what is this? I asked you to paint the wall in the hallway.
What do you mean? I did.
I meant cover up the scuffs for the beautification contest today, not use it as your personal canvas.
Well, what can I say? I was inspired. I thought you'd like it. It's Black Jesus.
All right, so right here we have them in the living room. They're having a discussion. He's putting the couch away. You can see in the background that they have a cross above the door. So they are of, I guess you could say, Christian faith.
I already have my Jesus I call on when I need help.
And that's when she points to the white Jesus. It falls to the floor.
Your fault your prayers aren't being answered, Mom. It's the boot of the patriarchy on our neck that's keep.
All right, so now we got Gray. We got the daughter/sister coming into the picture, and we could tell by the way that she's dressed. She has like the African earrings on. She has the little black power fist button on, and she comes in, talking her talk, saying like, we being oppressed. You know what I'm saying? It ain't because of this, it ain't because of that. It's because of the government, the boot on our neck.
Us down. Besides, the contest is just Delphine's way of getting us to clean up this dump of a building, when that should be her job as building president. Don't fall for it.
Gray, what have I told you about protesting before breakfast?
Spam is not breakfast. It's a pink racist meat designed in a lab by a pink racist.
Gray?
Now, I will say this. This overall episode really didn't, I'll say series. The whole series really didn't get any laughs from me at all. It was interesting to watch, but it's not worth me going back and watching a third time. Again, I'm watching this the second time for you all right here live.
Honey, I don't have time for this. I need to win this beautification contest today. We can change the world tomorrow. Now, just rub some crumbs around your mouth so when the judges come to our apartment, they'll think I fed you.
If you really want to win, Ma, you should throw a collar around her neck and call her a rescue.
All right, now one thing I will say is that a lot of people did not like the fact that, there was a bunch of capping, as what we would call it, roasting or whatever. But in the original Good Times, that's what it was like. I believe between JJ and Thelma, like he would always like talk bad about the way that she looked, like you ugly, this, that, or whatever. They were bickering, you know what I'm saying? So like that dynamic, come on, like that's a pull directly from the original. Aside from the apartment that they're in, this is the exact same apartment. Now we never get a full understanding of how that happened, like how in the world did they wind up being in the same apartment as their great grandfather and their aunts and uncles and stuff. But I guess that wasn't important to the story.
The way you keep repeating the 10th grade, people say we should have put you down years ago.
Both of you, stop it. Your father's in a good mood and the judges may stop by, so I want to keep it that way. I don't think he's been this happy since Janet Jackson's nip slip.
What the hell is going on in this?
All right, so at this point, the father comes out of the bathroom, sliding out, and he is butt naked. Only soap suds are covering up his goodies in the front, and he's butt naked in front of his kids. To me, like this was not, it wasn't necessary. It was like, to me, in my opinion, inappropriate. You know, like that's inappropriate behavior. That's like ignorant behavior. You know what I'm saying? But the fathers in a lot of these cartoons, they're always kind of, for the most part, played as like ignorant. You know, they're always frowned upon. They are the dopes of the family, no matter what job they may have. Like they're still klutz.
There goes his good mood.
And my childhood.
I was taking a shower and the water went from hot to what the Frio.
Hope you got all the spots, player.
All right, so this part right here, they had an actual heating furnace an old school radiator heater furnace come through the front door and announce that they out, like, peace, we out of here. And so that was a shock to me. I was like, oh snap, so we're gonna have like talking inanimate objects now? Like that's different. Still no laughs, still nothing jaw-dropping except for the fact that, in my opinion, that's shameful to be running out of the shower in front of your family naked. That's just me. I mean, some of y'all out there may be like, that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? A body is a body, but in my household, definitely not.
I'll be back after you pay that heat bill.
Oh, great. How are we going to win the contest when it's cold enough to hang meat in here?
Well, if Delphine's judging, she'll love it. The woman's built like a side of beef. But have no fear, I have a secret stash. Okay, have fear, have lots of fear. What happened to my secret stash?
All right, so he walked over to the kitchen to go get his secret stash, which was in, I'm assuming, as an old coffee can. That's something that I guess they used to do back in the day. You know, they used to store their money, shoe boxes, old coffee cans, wherever they could, when times got tough. And he opened it up, and out flew a fly.
Well, there was a secret sale on pillows and candles and light fixtures.
All right, so that right there, again, plays into her character. She's all about like beautification. She's all about her image and everything. And I mean, you could tell by the way that she's dressed, the way that she looks, she's well kept. You know what I'm saying? And she's trying to live that or appear to have that lifestyle of the rich and famous.
Supposed to be for emergencies.
This contest is an emergency. I'm tired of being the only Evans family that never won. And first place is not going to the family with the Henry's chicken bucket as a lampshade.
Oh, all of a sudden we too good to read by the extra crispy light?
Yes, Reggie. On your grandmother's deathbed, I promised I would return this title to the Evans name. And that's what I intend to do.
All right, now I have not watched all of the old Good Times episodes. So I'm assuming this is a callback to an episode where there was a beautification award that went out and the Evans family won it. I can kind of visualize that in my mind, and it feels like that would be like a feel-good episode. But she did pass away. She said, she was on her deathbed and she promised that she would bring that reward back.
Besides, the prize this year is a month rent-free and 2 weeks without roaches.
Oh, maybe Dalvin could get the heat turned back.
See, again, like these jokes are just fall flat. Like 2 weeks without roaches, like better writing for the jokes. I feel like that they have the idea to have an episode like this is the general episode, but then it's like the funny is just not funny. Like it just falls flat.
That way, Mom can keep a lampshade and Dad's sutsy bits can go back to normal.
Oh, hell no. There's a reason I kicked your no good brother out the house.
All right, so now they're talking about the introduction of their their third child, who is all but of maybe 18 months to 2 years old, and now they're cut away to him on the street, and he's doing what he's doing. He's selling, but also too the father kicking him out. Now I want you all to keep this in mind, because a lot of people flipped their wig when they found out about there being a drug dealing baby. He was like, oh my God, we're gonna have a baby that's gonna be dealing drugs. That's horrible. Why would they do something like that? I believe that it's just really it's a call to how we look at teenagers and our young people. They're still considered babies, so it makes sense that from our perspective, to see a teenager lose their life because they are out there selling drugs and stuff, and they're out there living that lifestyle, we're like, man, y'all ain't nothing but a baby. Like, y'all need to go home, live a life, live the life of a child, man. Like you're growing up wrong way too quick. So a car pulls up. All right, so this white couple pulls up. They both look like they're from the suburbs. They got money, and they're buying drugs from baby. He's sitting in this super decked out baby stroller that looks like a sports car like that you would see from the Fast and Furious. And he got his money, and now he's serving them up.
Man, I'm out ready for some milk right now. Somebody head to the stove. Hey, Paul.
All right, so now you got 3 babies that roll up on him.
You gotta get his corner up.
Wait a minute. The baby? Little baby? And baby? Man, crawl in line, fool. I'm running this shit.
Let me get into it. It's too many babies around this crib, so you gotta clear it out.
Man, ain't y'all like rich rappers?
Street cred's where the money at, you feel me? Deal drugs, get arrested, then drop the album. Like that. Make the algorithm go crazy, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, give up the corner now.
Nah,
All right, so what they just said right there is definitely a call to social commentary, where they're saying, like, it's not even about the album, it's not even about the beats, it's not even about the lyrics as much as it is about the street cred. It's like, so people used to ask the question, like, why would these rappers continue to keep selling on the streets and dealing with people that are on the streets and stuff? And it's like, well, because that's what helps the sales. It's like, the street credibility is super important to these rappers, and that's what is more valued than anything. Because I mean, let's face it, anybody can rap, but it's like when you're able to back that stuff up, it just makes it appear as if like, oh yeah, they the real deal. So they roll up on the baby, the Evans baby. That's what I'm gonna call it, the Evans baby. And they telling him like, oh, it's time for you to go.
I ain't giving up shit.
Then we gonna let these here choppers talk to you. How about that?
All right, so they pull the weapons out. And he calling for his mama.
Your son. Don't you forget it.
Not as long.
And then they cut back to the mom, which is pretty good editing, because she's the one that's fending for him and saying, like, telling Reggie, like, hey, like, that's your son. Like, don't forget that's your baby, because he kicked him out. The daddy kicked him out and was like, you ain't welcome here. Like, I don't need your drug money. I don't need that lifestyle. It's too dangerous, etc.
As long as he's selling, you choose to look the other way, Bev, but not me. I don't need that dirty money. Look, I drive a cab, and as soon as my legs thaw out, I'm gonna get that money so I can help you win the right way.
So now he's driving around town.
Okay, here's your stop. What the hell is a $24 bill? Damn it, you got me! Alrighty, and here you go. Sobriety chips. Well, 2 months, huh? Congratulations. Damn it! And here we are.
Here, keep the change. I had a good day in the market.
Bitcoin? You metaverse niggas kill me. How you expect me to pay my heat bill with 5 bits of a coin?
Yeah, so it just kind of shows like his struggle. You know, he's out there trying to make a living, doing cab service. I don't know. Maybe they could have went with more of the Uber type, you know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, he's out there trying to make a living for his family, doing it the right way. So I would say at this point, it's really hard to argue that this is 100% trash, like 100% trash. The setup is there. We got all of the characters in place. We understand the episode's stance. We know where they're headed and what obstacles they got to deal with. And we know their strengths and we know their weaknesses.
Well, look.
So we have the building president. She's sitting down, and Bev is approaching her. They're like in the hall, like in the ground floor hallway where like the mailboxes and stuff are like that for the building.
Who decided to grace us with her presence? Mrs. I'm better than everybody in the projects, Beverly Evans. What you come here to complain about today?
Complain? Oh, everything's fine. Matter of fact, you're doing an excellent job.
That's new coming from you.
Oh, I just came to sign up. You know, I'm dedicated to finally winning this contest and returning the Evans family legacy to its previous glory.
Great. Where are they?
Who?
Your presents. Don't tell me you had the audacity to come empty-handed.
So she's looking for bribes, you know, not just words. As Bev is trying to present her, buttering her up, it's like, nah, everybody else is coming to buy that win.
Clearly, you like losing.
Oh, no. Believe me, Delphine, nobody wants to win more than me. I spared no expense this year. Fresh paint, new furnishings, even cleaned the crack between the stove and the fridge, you know.
All right, so that's crazy that it's like, in order for that building to be put together once a year, they clean it up and they put it all on the people as a beautification contest. That's so cringy.
If you remember, that's how I lost last time.
Well, that certainly sounds like the winning formula.
Thank you.
But this year we decided to expand the criteria to include a more holistic approach. Y'all hear that, home? We got a shot to win. Not that kind of holistic.
All right, so those were some ladies, promiscuous women that had said that they get a chance to win because she said a more holistic approach. Again, like I said, I mean, like the comedy, I don't know how you could write this to be funny except for just kind of scrapping all of the dialogue that is there and maybe some of the situational setups. But anyways.
So, along with a well-decorated unit, we'll be taking into account your family unit. And so that we're clear, your perfect little family ain't so perfect these days. Having a drug-dealing baby.
All right, so she holds up a sheet that says automatic deduction. It says number 1, mattress on the floor. Number 2, moldy grout. Number 3, drug dealing, underline in all caps, baby.
Who lives on the street is an automatic deduction.
Well, I'll have you know that my baby has turned his life around and is back at home. We are a one big, beautiful family living under the same freshly painted roof.
I look forward to seeing that.
Name the time.
6 p.m. sharp.
I'll be there with my entire family.
Jesus himself couldn't help her win this trophy.
Don't be so sure about that.
All right, so now we cut away to this, the picture of white Jesus, and Bev is kneeling down before it. It falls and cracks. But now she got some black Jesus.
Where's the shot? Dear Black Heavenly Father, Brown Creator, Colored Redeemer, African Alpha and our Omega. Ooh, this feels good. Oh no.
All right, now we see God is holding like this little bitty monitor that is in the shape of the 10 Commandments. And at the top it has like some loaves, and then it has fish at the bottom, whatever. But he's kind of looking down and seeing her prayer. So yeah.
Why?
Oh, also too, his pointer fingernail is like this baby blue, and then like he has like a pink thumbnail that is finger painted. Pink with a heart on it. A lot of people didn't like that. Some people were like, "Oh man, what is he saying? Like this is a gay god or whatever, LGBT god or whatnot." In reality, we're told God the Father, God is but a spirit. From him, all things come. So, yeah.
The true Almighty, head of the church and my life. Yes, Lord.
Son, it's for you.
All right, so now you see this big hand come down and hands over this cell phone like device over to Black Jesus, who is sitting playing a first person shooter game with one of his angels.
Phone. Who this?
You said a closed mouth don't get fed. So, I know you heard that itty bitty lie about Dalvin, and okay, maybe he hasn't changed. But if you could just help his heart, Lord,
Dalvin.
I promise you I'll get him baptized and deliver him right back to you. And I'm not trying to tell you how to bless me, but closed mouths don't get fed is basically a Black scripture, right? Anyway, what you do? I'll be looking for a sign. Amen.
All right, so at that point, when she asked to look for a sign, God answers by, it's a good thing I'm not making money off of this. Because I would get demonetized for what I'm going to describe here. But anyways, her breasts lactate through her bra, her undershirt, and her top shirt. And her top shirt is like a light blue, but then like now you can see like these two wet spots on her chest. And that's her sign, I'm assuming.
Mama!
Dalvin!
And Dalvin comes running into the front door. So that's like her prayer answered.
Oh, I guess colored people time is only an earth thing.
Really, Jesus? I swear to my father, I had nothing to do with this.
All right, so when he said, I swear to my father, I had nothing to do with this, literally it's almost like it was already in motion. And then because she prayed, it's like they're basically saying that we only assume that God answered the prayers, when really if she didn't even kneel down and pray, he was gonna come through the front door anyway. So I kind of feel like it's almost like a jab at Christianity to a degree, but at the same time, it's like the flip side of that coin is that he already knows, like God already knows. It's just that, are we going to give God the credit?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I should have known you were nearby the moment I started lactating.
Damn, I just ate. What up, little bro?
Hey, Dalvin.
Oh, god damn, Gray. Why is your breath so violent? Smell like I need my diaper changed.
She's on another one of her stupid protests. This time it's a hunger strike. Hopefully next it's a breathing strike.
It's freezing in here. The heat off again, huh?
Yes, but your father is at work, so it'll be back on soon.
Wait.
Don't worry. I'll just tell him the reason you're here.
You will?
That's right, because I prayed to the Lord for your safe return.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Jesus. Yes, Jesus. Yes.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Yes, he will. So.
It's funny because it's not funny, but at the same time, they lean really heavy into that whole thing of like, people get real religious and get real Jesus oriented when it's like to their benefit, but for real, you could tell like by his demeanor, like, I don't believe any of this at all. I don't believe none of it. So yeah, is that a reality? Yes, it is a reality, and not just within the Black community. I would just say overall, like, people turn to God only when they need him, even if they don't believe that he came through for them.
When do you want to get baptized?
Baptized? I don't really know about that one, because your boy more spiritual than I am religious.
Ain't that a thing? People say that all the time. I'm more spiritual than I am religious. And I'm like, I'm not about to go into all that debate right now. Maybe on another channel I will. But the realities of religion and spirituality being connected in one, and one can't exist without the other, is just really a whole conversation.
I love the Lord.
Like Jesus, I thank you.
All right, so what made him change his mind is that he looked out the window because he was about to, he was offered to be baptized. And he's like, I don't know about that. And then they show the 3 babies rolling around outside. And then that's what made him be like, yeah, I think I better go ahead and get baptized.
Beverly, I didn't make the money, but what the hell is he doing here?
I heard you can use some help on the heat bill.
Well,
all right, so he pulls out like a couple stacks to hand to his dad, Reg.
You heard wrong. We don't aid and abet around here.
Baby, I love you, but Black Jesus ordained this win. We only have till 6, and he's a punctual one.
Let me find out you slipped my wife some of that baby powder. We gonna have a problem.
Look, man, I know we don't usually see eye to eye, mostly because you senile and you're a hater, and your belly stop you from bending down this far. But that's neither here nor there, man. I realize how important family really is, so I'm changing my...
All right, so just the whole dynamic between like the father-son is toxic. It's toxic. Hate to see it, but you know what, man? As broken as that is, that's better than most kids that I see who don't have their dads in the homes with them. You know what I'm saying? Like their dads, they don't even know who their dads. Some don't know who their dads are. Some do know who their dads are, but their dads are just like, I ain't trying to be there at all. So anything commentary worth saying there? A lot, but not right now.
Ways. I want to know how I can better serve my family.
He even promised to get baptized.
I'll believe that when I see it. Now, Beverly, I promised you I was gonna help you win, and that's what I'm gonna do. Junior, you're coming with me. I'm gonna show you how a man takes care of his family in a respectable way.
All right, so he picks up his pool stick and they're heading to the billiards.
Are my cataracts acting up, or is that Reggie Evans sliding in here knowing he owed me $20?
Let me call my ex-wife and tell her she about to get her child support this month. Compliments of Reg.
Child support? The only nigga paying the bill tonight is me. I even brought my good luck charm with me.
Thanks, Dad.
Oh yeah, my son's here too. But feast your eyes on this.
So he opens up the pool stick box and the light, shines and everything. And now they all looking like, oh. First they were amazed, like, wow, this is crazy. And it's like, oh.
You brought great-grandpa's pool stick? James Evans was the greatest pool player in all of Chicago.
All right, so I don't know, again, if this is a callback or not to James Evans, but apparently he must have been like a legendary pool player, and maybe in a previous episode of the actual Good Time show, he got a chance to put that on display.
The man nuts, but you a ball. I mean, so the legend goes.
You keep my granddaddy's balls out your mouth.
Again, the jokes, they fall flat. Like really, like I really don't get no laughs from this at all. I don't get no real jaw dropping moments. It's just more or less like, oh, okay. But it ain't, but it's like at the same time, it's not that type of bad where people thought it was going to be before.
Now let's do this.
So he cleared the table.
Oh, hello, Delphine.
With one hit.
A way to get my youngest baptized. That makes all 5 of us perfect in the eyes of the Lord.
Oh, shoot. You know what? I thought I had some, but it appears I'm all out of fucks to get.
Wow. The language on this series is like raw. I'm like, man, for a cartoon? And is it necessary? It's not necessary. It just, in my opinion, it takes away from it. You know, it's like the good times back in the day. Well, shoot, television all back in the day didn't have to use any type of colorful language to be able to get their point across. And they're considered classics to this day. So I think they kind of tried a little bit too hard with this one. All right, so now we are approaching, what's this, 2C? And it says Lashes by Lisa. So this is all within the same apartment building. And she has like those little LED strips, like the little white LED strips that got like you can color, like use to, switch the color. It says that like above her door and on her door. It says Lashes by Lisa in this pink light.
Okay, you up next. You can have a seat over there. Hello. You know we on.
So she running a business. She doing hair, doing nails. She doing all that within her. Dag, she's even doing fake driver's license. Yo, that's crazy. Doing fake driver's license, all this business within her apartment. So she's a hustler.
Lisa, you have a second? Of course. You know I drop everything for my bestie. Can you just help me with Miss Gilroy? Mrs. Gilroy. I haven't seen you. She dead, Bev. I'm hosting her wake later.
So she doing funerals too, and she got this woman sitting up in her chair, decked out like in a velour, like a pink velour. She looks dead. Like, again, not necessarily laughable as much as it is like, wow, like, are you serious? That's what I would say, is that throughout this episode and throughout the whole series, I'm just like, are you serious? Are you kidding me? Like that's more of my reaction.
She DJ'd back in the day. That's how she wanted to be remembered. Oh my. Damn. Bev, pass me that.
So she wants to be her wake, instead of being in her hand, like her wrist popped, like the bone popped out of the dead woman's wrist. But she's standing up with like holding the earphone to her head, and she's standing in front of a turntable. And like that's the way she wants to be sent out. Instead of being in a coffin, she wants to be last seen in action, doing what she loved to do.
Got to be glue gun. Now, what's up, girl? I need to get my baby baptized. Girl, I'm buck solid. Besides, he need more than Jesus. He need the Archangels, T.D. Jakes, and Creflo Dollar. Shit. I made a deal with Black Jesus that if Dalvin...
All right, so then the baby pulls out like a dime bag of, I'm assuming is like some type of baby powder, like to be treated like as some type of like, drug or whatnot. So
came back home. I do this, so will you help me? Black Jesus? Well, shit. You should have led with that, Bev. But girl, your baby just did a key bumper formula, so no guarantees on what type of Holy Spirit takes over.
Join me in bringing attention to the chemicals in our food.
all right, so Gray is outside protesting next to the basketball court.
They are selling us poison and passing it off as food. Processed is that cornbread? Processed is not progress, my sister. Ooh, but it may be full of flavor.
All right, so the way that these cartoons, these characters are drawn, being within the projects today, doesn't look like how it was back in the day. Back in the day, man, people had a sense of decency. I'm not saying that this is indecent, but the stuff that you see in this cartoon, I'm like, man, they do dress like that. They do act like that. They do look like that. I mean, can't be mad at it because, I mean, it is a truth. And if it would look anything different, we would probably complain and be like, man, the hood don't look like that. The hood actually got people that look like this, act like that, and dress like whatever.
But your heart is in danger. Stand with me.
Fuck this. I'm hungry. Let's go to the dog park.
Hey, what?
All right, again, those are not inanimate, but like flies that are like talking.
About the struggle.
That'll be there tomorrow.
Dad, I went over there and started playing pool stick ball, and I won. Look at all this.
Boy, we need to turn the heat back on. That ain't even enough to park on Sunday. Junior, we got money for the heat and then some. I stay here any longer, I can afford to leave your mama.
Dad, you want to leave, Mom?
No, son, I was just shit talking. It's a pool hall. That's what men do when they're by themselves and they can't get into trouble. Besides, this isn't nearly enough money to leave your mama.
Sounds like you full of shit, just like James Evans. Heard you know him.
Hey, that's my grandfather.
Well, that son of a bitch beat my grandpappy for his last $72. It was all the money he had.
All right, so we have a guy who walks up on him. He dressed in a button-up shirt, purple hat. He's getting ready, I guess, to play pool to fight for his granddad's honor, losing $75.
My grandmother left him after that. James Evans is the reason I come from a broken family.
Now, I wonder if, again, that's a callback to maybe an episode where James Evans beat somebody for $75.
Hand-eye coordination is the real reason. But what are you gonna do?
Beat you so I can avenge my grandpappy.
Next time, this money's to pay some bills.
Your granddaddy wouldn't give my grandpappy a rematch either. I guess being a coward runs in your family.
Did you just call me the C word?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna make you eat that C word.
Welcome, y'all.
All right, so now we're back at Lisa's apartment, and she's doing her thing, man. She's a hustler.
To those who are here for the wait, we'll get to Miss Gilroy shortly. But first, we have a special event. The baptism of young Dalvin Evans. That's right, we going full sunrise, sunset up in here today.
Oh, no.
Now, hold on. I know a lot of y'all thought this day would never come.
Facts! Shit, big facts. You dunk him in that holy water, it'll probably start bubbling.
Hey, I get it. He's a drug dealer. There's a really sweet baby underneath. My baby.
Somebody need to check that baby for a tail.
I'd rather breastfeed Chucky.
You know I can hear y'all, right?
Again, are we serious?
Maybe we sit tight on this whole baptism thing and lay Miss G to rest.
No, Lisa, we need this done by 6. You said it.
I know what I said, Bev, but I'm afraid Dalvin is more than my holy water can handle.
But nothing, mama. I ain't got time for these hypocrites. Maybe y'all should worry about your own little dirty-ass diapers before sticking your noses in mine. The only difference between you and me is I don't think that I'm better than nobody else. See, the streets might want me dead, but at least they gonna have to come at me from the front, and that's on me.
Oh no.
So he jumped on the turntable to make that speech, and then when he's done, he walked away. He kicked the hand that was broken off of the dead lady who's standing there next to the turntable. But what he said though, I ain't gonna say that is real, because look, the streets, they come to you from every angle possible. It doesn't matter if they're coming to you from the front, from the back, from the sides, top or the bottom. People are people. And, to say and make it only appear as if like the church will only come to you from the back, it's a little one-sided. So it's a little heavy on the one side.
Come back. I made a deal with Black Jesus.
Don't feel bad, Minnesota man. Pool is in my jeans. And once I sink this 8-ball, all your cash will be too.
Hey, Pops, I won so many games, nobody else wants to play with.
All right, so he was going to sink the 8-ball, and then his son, Junior, comes up and interrupts him, causing him to miss the shot.
Damn it, Junior, you made me miss. You got lucky, Minnesota, but you better run the table, because Reggie Evans don't miss twice.
My leg. I got the Charlie horse. I can't finish the game.
That means you lose.
Hold up, not so fast. If a player can't finish the game, he gets to choose who can finish for him.
Fine, pick anyone you want. I already beat everybody in this joint.
Everybody turned around like, whoop.
Runs in the genes, you say?
Junior? Ha! He never set foot inside a pool hall until today. I mean, okay. There's no shame in losing to your old man, Junior.
He hit that ball and knocked in two, like without even trying. And Reggie looking like,
I don't know, she don't look too good.
You need this more than we do.
all right, so that's a couple of pigeons that flew over with some bread over to Gray. And she drooling. And that's Devin running out the front door of the apartment building. And now here come the three babies rolling up on him. And they scoop him. Yeah, they scooped him.
Gray, which way did Dalvin go?
Dalvin.
He just...
And she passed out because of her protest.
Oh, these poor, unhoused folks. If only they were part of a loving, caring, freshly painted family unit.
6 o'clock, Bev. Y'all.
And that's the lady, the building president, walking outside, and almost caught Gray passed out on the concrete. So the mom, Bev, covers her up.
Never gonna win.
Gray, wake up. Where's Dalvin?
They stuffed him inside a loaf of bread and drove off.
They? He was kidnapped?
Well, he definitely didn't get into that loaf on his own.
Get up. We have to go get your
And she hallucinating food.
Uh-oh. Good thing you got those extra layers of blubber, Evans, because I believe I see a cold, broken family in your future.
They got our baby. They baby napped Dalvin.
Well, at least today's not a total loss.
Reggie.
Here I go, Dad. The moment I become a man.
You know, if we were lions, I'd have to fight you to death. But I like to think you'd be proud of me then, too. Right before you bled out.
Hold up, Junior. As much as I'd love for you to hang this over me the rest of my life, I'll never forgive myself if we don't go save your worthless brother.
But I'm about to beat you.
Boy, one of the things you learn when you become a man is that sacrifices have to be made.
You know the rules. You leave, I win the money. All of it.
Honey,
And he
sorry
left.
I pulled you away from the game and you couldn't win the heat money.
There was too much at stake. I refused to let my ego get in the way.
That's so sweet.
Ugh, them flies. And now they riding through the hood.
I don't. I feel that way about you. Anyway, we're here. MLK Drive. Good revving with shit up.
MLK Drive. Don't you know it's been like a running joke that they say every MLK street looks like trash? I don't know how true that is, but obviously if they put it in this, I don't know who started it and I don't know how true, but if there's any truth to it, that's the reason why it's stuck this long to find itself in a cartoon, in a satirical way.
And a white's only taller if he could see this.
Okay, how are we gonna find them?
Mom, your breasts, are they leaking?
They are.
All right, so the right one leaked. So now we're about to go through this whole thing where it's like based off of which one is leaking, the right or the left. It's like, we're going to make a right or we're going to make a left. So it's more of, again, of are we serious? Like,
Looks like it's the right one. Turn right.
Okay.
Now, left titty. Reggie, left. Okay, both are filling up now. He must be right in front of us.
and now they're pulled up in front of a trap house.
Man, if y'all gonna kill me, just kill me. You ain't have to take a nigga binky, man.
Hey, look, shawty, no one killing anybody. It's bad business.
Just a little wing action so we can maximize our return.
What you mean, return?
Oh, he's perfect. And
And then we have this white woman walking up. She's dressed in a bulletproof vest. She's got a pink shirt underneath with some pearl necklace. And I guess they're getting ready to sell this baby off.
Binky-less, right? Oh my goodness. His skin will look so good on Instagram.
If you don't hand over my son, the only thing any of you Negroes are gonna see is Binkies.
This is what I get for trying to adopt American. I should have ordered from Cambodia. Those babies are way more grateful. And easier to light in photos.
You heard my wife. Hand the baby
Wow.
over.
Nigga, you ain't my dad. Damn, hands
He
up.
can get it too.
All right, so the baby running his mouth against Reggie, and Reggie just pops him in the face with the belt. Sounds familiar? Sounds more like the Boondocks to me. So I guess we're getting ready to go into a fight sequence.
Boy, get your hands out the way.
Lord have mercy. Nobody messes with my family.
All right, so now again, you can't help but compare this to the Boondocks in their fight sequences. It pales a comparison, but does it work on its own, like standalone? Nah. I mean, like, he whacks and cracks him, you know, whip him into shape. But does this work? Nah, it wasn't. It didn't really hit for me. I mean, it could have been a lot better, I guess.
I did exactly what I said I would do. I taught my boy how to take care of his family with my grandfather's pool stick.
You know it, Pops.
Hurry, it's almost 6. We gotta get back to meet Delphine.
So now they're back at their apartment building,
Ray,
17C.
these damn flies can wait outside.
Fine.
Well, we're all here and just in
Yeah,
time.
she looks
Actually,
disgusting.
You're late. The project clock says 6:01.
Now that part right there is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like when I heard that, I was like, yo, that's dirty. Holding that 6:01 to a turn 6:01. No, it's 6 o'clock. They on time. But yeah, that just shows the level of pettiness for that building president.
Better luck next year, perfect Patty.
I'm sorry I let you down.
No, it was me. I thought our family had to win this stupid contest to prove we were just as good as the Evans of old. But the truth is, we're the Evans of new.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. We just have to be us. And that's all that matters.
So you don't mind that I sell drugs?
Yes, Nino Brown, I do.
You call him Nino Brown. And he was getting ready to walk in the house like, you don't mind I sell drugs? Like I'm good here.
Mind. And I better not catch a little ass under my roof again.
Mama?
Sorry, but your father is right.
So this right here, it's kind of like that level of tolerance that's needed between like the mother and the father. The mother, of course, is going to baby the baby because that's her baby and stuff. But it's like you need that tough, you know what I'm saying, fatherly love to uphold like standards and being like, no, we ain't doing this. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, then you would have yourself a situation where it's like drug dealing baby taking care of the household. And the mom is sitting there like, you know, that's my baby. And it's like all the meanwhile is causing damage, you know? So that to me is what's evident right there.
I thought I was putting granulated sugar in my coffee the other day, and then I counted every hair on my head.
Hey, but you felt good though, right? Out! All right. Y'all need me before I need you.
All right, so there's a knock on the door, and it's answered by Bev. So it's a knock on 17C's door.
Beverly, I just remembered I forgot to reset my watch last daylight savings. I see all your clocks look right, though.
All right, so she's talking about the clocks in the house. She's not in, but she's standing outside. There's a bunch of flies around her, and this is the president, the building president.
And your lampshade is so nice. So you're the winner. Congrats.
Reggie, did you hear that? We won! Oh, you're a good one, Black Jesus.
Are we done?
Oh no. Keys to the penthouse.
All right, so now the little baby has held up the building president, and the sister Gray is standing next to him, and she looking like mean mugging as well. Like, again, fighting the system, fighting the power. You got one that's doing it the illegal way. You got one that's trying to do it the right way, but they're joining forces to be able to allow their family to come out on top.
To the penthouse.
Yep, I'm moving in my new crib. Get it? And these damn flies got to go.
So he took his diaper off, and the flies went from Gray over to the diaper, and then he took the diaper, balled it up, and threw it at the president of the building.
Thanks.
So great, you starved yourself just to end up eating the same food you wouldn't
So they're all in their kitchen. The Evans family, except for the baby, is all in the kitchen eating.
eat before.
And had them nasty flies following you for nothing.
They did more good than you know.
What about the struggle?
We're Black. It'll be here tomorrow.
At least they ain't got that drug dealing baby under my roof no more.
All right, so a big safe just fell through the floor and crushed the dinner table in the midst of the Evans family eating.
You got that right, and I ain't under your roof. I'm over it. And hang on to that for me. I'm gonna send somebody down to get it in a minute.
All right, so that was the baby looking through the hole in his floor, but their roof.
Could you keep it down during my nap times, old man? Your ass be talking too loud.
Damn.
Call back. All right. Yeah, so that's episode 1 of Good Times. And in my opinion, out of 10, where does this sit? This sits somewhere around a 4 for me. A 4. It's like, it ain't. It's like, okay, well, let's put this. Like, I'm having a hard time trying to justly give it a rating, because it's like, it's not as harshly as bad as people were trying to make it seem. It's just something that they could have done a better job with so far with episode 1. Is it setting us back 1,000 years, as I've seen some people's comments said? No, it's not. It's definitely not. Is it worth watching, sitting down watching at this point, episode 1? No. This is definitely something you could put on in the background and you could watch or listen to while you're doing something else. And if you're listening and you find yourself wanting to be like, ooh, let me run to the TV real quick, or run to wherever it's playing, and let me, what happened? Then that means that it's okay. You know what I'm saying? That it's good enough for you to be like, I want to watch this. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what's happening, instead of it just fading off into the background. But thank you guys for watching. We got 7 more episodes to go. 7 more episodes to go, but I know that we can do it together. Make sure you guys leave a comment down below. Let me know, have you watched any of these episodes? Have you watched this episode? Did you like this this way of reviewing? If so, or if not, let me know. I read all the comments as they do come, and I do the best that I can to respond. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe. Hit the notification bell, because I do drop frequently. And remember to always put forth your best. Peace in, guys. The confusion out.